Televidente, danke perché tu conosci essa aqui da Caribbean Update. Caminho nós do nabo diferente de notícia nang kutaba ta hot topics nang ding si mang tras di lomba timia nós também diferente caminho se tá relevante para nós ding área de Caribe. Nós mesmo nós diferente área diferente isa nang ding área de Caribe, pero começa nós turting uma conexão. Então nós começamos a nós sabia que nós também a Zuid-América, sim, pero Suriname, esse aqui não é um país latino, nós também Suriname passou algo interessante a suceder durante o fim de semana atrás de lomba. Nós começamos a maneira vista que Daisy Bouters agora ganha culpável para o dezembro morden de 1982. Panel de 3 jueces nang veredicto e a marca e final de caso que a comissão foi de novembro de 2007. Bouters agora sentenciado na 20 anos de prisão, mas ainda não está seguro que vai passar, passou na não Amanda arrestele. De facto, Bouters estava dentro exterior na China para reforçar o laço para começar a negócio com a China. Ora é veredicto aqui a cai. Isso advogado a começar a procedura para apelar mesora. Nós temos visto que dentro de 2 semanas nós temos que rond para por apelar. Bouters, Daisy Bouters, mestre vai a Cuba depois, pero esse não vai door. Ora é dicta é veredicto. Dus ora nang adicta e veredicto e 3 juez nang na pidi pa e ciudadano nang bosaya na sunam pa queda calmo, mantenere e calmo. Anto mita kere, anto hopi di la que nos bisa analista nang na abisa kun na no Amanda arrestele of osa yami bin back mesora pa Suriname pa sobra nang kera mantenere e calmo, no? Dus ja ela llega durante di madrugadi Jaluna mainta foi de China, então já tranquilamente com tranquilo portar não está atendendo essa aqui, pero maneira não se visa e veredicto aqui está rápido lo e assunto aqui de 8 de dezembro morden de 1982 diferente buque awardos que vi diferente análises diferente maneira de reproduzir de que sucedeu aquele entonces na 1982 através de Ainang Abini, algo horroroso, mancha preto, vou bisa ding história de Suriname caminho batalha militar, na mes estava juez, na mes, não é da bisa em inglês, they were their own judge and jury, que assassinaram de maneira cruel, e de 5 de 6 pessoas, intelectual, professor, que estava dando opinião contra de maneira com costa, estava trabalhando aquele entonces na Suriname. Pues, nós temos a palavra na declaração de 2 advogados, nós temos advogado de Daisy Bouters, e também nós temos advogado de nabestanden de slachtoffers 8 de dezembro morgen. É um pouco largo, pero esta é a pessoa que está a riba e luta aqui, tour e aina aqui para a pessoa que atrás então busca justiça para o que passa não colega, não familiar, não ser querido. Lá nós temos de ambos bandas de essa aqui.
De krijgsraad heeft de heer Bouterse veroordeeld tot 20 jaar vanwege het medeplegen van de 15 moorden op 8 december 1982 in het Fort Zeelandia.
Bent u verrast met het vonnis?
Als ik zo naar de krijgsraad luister, ben ik helemaal niet verrast.
Waarom?
Omdat er zijn opzettelijk getuigenverklaringen van mensen genegeerd. Van Haperen legt de verklaring af, die wordt genegeerd. Meneer Veenox legt de verklaring af, die wordt genegeerd. Meneer Granoes legt de verklaring af, die wordt genegeerd.
De krijgsraad heeft gewerkt met tientallen verklaringen die expliciet en eenduidig en consequent de heer Bouterse hebben aangewezen als degene die op 8 december, toen de mensen vermoord werden, in het fort aanwezig was en daar de leiding had. Daar zijn handenvol getuigen van. Dus daar heeft de krijgsraad terecht mee gewerkt. En dat er getuigen bij zijn die misschien minder betrouwbaar zijn, of getuigen die in het voordeel van de heer Bouterse gepleit hebben, maar door de krijgsraad niet betrouwbaar worden geacht. Dat kan. Daar heeft de heer Kanhai dan waarschijnlijk gelijk in. Want inderdaad, bepaalde getuigenverklaringen zijn niet meegenomen. Maar dat zijn nou net die getuigenverklaringen die wat mij betreft door de krijgsraad dus als niet betrouwbaar zijn beschouwd en dus niet zijn meegenomen.
Is het een politiek vonnis?
Dat was vanaf het begin al aan zo. Dat weet u net zo goed als ik. Daarom hebben die Nederlanders hun dingen ook bewaard voor 60 jaar. Die Nederlanders weten precies wat er is gebeurd in 1982. Niemand weet wat er is gebeurd. Weet u nu wat er is gebeurd in 1982? We weten het toch niet?
Het vonnis, hoe dik was hij nou eigenlijk? Is het 100 pagina's, 120 pagina's?
Meer dan 100 pagina's, ik schat 120 pagina's. Nou, nogmaals, omdat de krijgsraad zeer gemotiveerd heeft waarom ze tot deze uitspraak komt. En ik denk dat dat belangrijk is, omdat het niet alleen maar gaat om het eindresultaat, de veroordeling, maar het gaat vooral om de motivering. Geen enkele rechter wil dat je een vonnis wijst en dat dat vonnis dan in hoger beroep vernietigd wordt. De krijgsraad heeft er wat mij betreft alles aan gedaan om het vonnis zodanig te motiveren dat het staat als een huis en dat het dus ook in de toekomst niet teniet gedaan zou kunnen worden.
Is er ook gevangenneming gelast? Mag hij opgehaald worden?
Nee, ik heb niet begrepen dat er gevangenneming gelast is. Dus ik neem aan dat zolang er nog rechtsmiddelen openstaan, dat we zeggen de komende 2 weken kan hij in verzet gaan of hoger beroep aantekenen. Ik weet niet wat hij doet. Dat in ieder geval gedurende die periode gevangenneming niet aan de orde is.
Nou, dat is dat de verdachte op vrije voeten blijft totdat het beroep is afgehandeld. En dat kan nog even 10 jaar duren. De gemiddelde wachttijd voor een hoger beroep voor mensen die in de gevangenis zijn, dat is de gemiddelde wachttijd in Suriname is 6 jaar. We hebben met dit proces zijn we al 14 jaar bezig. En nu moeten we nog in beroep gaan. Eerst in verzet en daarna nog in beroep. Dus we zijn de komende 20 jaar nog zoet.
Nog iets aan toe te...
Zeker nog 10 jaar.
Heeft u nog iets aan toe te voegen?
Nee hoor, ik heb alleen mijn tijd zitten verdoen vandaag.
In ieder geval, op dit moment staat vast dat de Surinaamse krijgsraad de heer Desi Bouterse heeft veroordeeld voor het medeplegen van moord. En dat is wat nu overeind staat. En ja, als het nog 10 jaar moet duren om zijn onschuld te gaan bewijzen, als hij meent dat hij onschuldig is, dan mag hij dat. Dat is wat dat betreft het recht die iedere veroordeelde heeft. Maar we praten nou dus niet meer over de verdachte Bouterse, maar we praten nu over de wegens moord veroordeelde Bouterse.
Het maakt niet uit dat hij president is.
Het is jammer dat hij president van dit land is. Jammer voor dit land natuurlijk.
Yes, santo meeting ko bisa ku aquel entonces Amnesty International na apidi tambe para sua investigação. Ja, mês desde Bouterse na Bahia, ela bolbe bini na poder combin opiende nossa persona bisa ku quizás tem algum fraude para lo que te trata eleições na nossa Amnesty International apidi para poder investigar essa aqui, pero aparentemente investigação nang awardo hasi anto ela awardo hanya culpável. Kiko tabay pasa, nos sa huisarrest, e tabay din prisong, nos sa kiko tabay pasa. Pero nos bang awara kipa, nos weer, laganos bang pa lo que te trata Weather Nation e temporada de orkan, ku oficialmente sonang finaliza 30 de november. Temporada de orkan ku impacta a vida de hopiende voor de prome orkan Barry, monster de Dorian, hasta Lorenzo. Imaginabo que anda até aí na Portugal, su último rasgo nang. E temporada estava uno de touch and go, nunca bono estava sa com e tormenta lo abira. E claro, nos não logra passar de tour e number na maneira você por mira arriba a lista oficial de number nang, pero laga nos bang pa nos weather update para lo que te trata e temporada aqui. Vamos aqui.
As we look back at the Atlantic hurricane season, 2019 will be remembered as a busy and highly impactful year. From Hurricane Dorian's destruction in the Bahamas, to Imelda's fast-forming flood impacts on the Gulf Coast, to Lorenzo's lasting power all the way to the North Atlantic. With 18 named storms in the Atlantic Basin this year, the season is considered above average. From Andrea to Sebastian, 11 had direct effects to land, but a particular few will be remembered for their extreme impacts.
Everything on this side of flood protection is inundated in storm surge. Upwards of 6 feet as our gauge is showing here.
In July, the first hurricane of the season, Barry, brought widespread flooding to parts of the northern Gulf Coast and drenched Arkansas with over 16 inches of rain, a new state record for tropical rainfall.
That's the water hitting my front room window, which is extremely high. Of course, I'm already completely flooded out. That has to be a minimum of about 20 feet.
Hurricane Dorian was undoubtedly the strongest and most impactful storm of the 2019 season. From wind and flooding rain over the Windward Islands, to the destruction caused in the Bahamas as the storm grew to a Category 5 hurricane, to storm surge in the Carolinas, and its fifth and final landfall in Nova Scotia. Dorian will be remembered for the unimaginable damage caused over the northern Bahamas, changing lives forever. The death toll is still unknown, and recovery and cleanup will take years.
I have nothing. Everything is gone. It's either there, and I don't know. It's just awful.
Humberto gave the Bahamas a scare as it developed into a tropical storm nearby, but eventually moved on, strengthening to a major hurricane as it grazed Bermuda, causing widespread wind damage and power outages, along with the dangerous conditions at sea. Quick-forming Imelda went from nothing to something in a matter of hours. Imelda became a tropical storm as it made landfall on the Texas coast, but the storm's worst would come after landfall, as the weakened system dropped more than 20 inches of rain for days after. Imelda proved tropical systems don't need to be strong or long-lived to bring extreme impacts. The 2019 hurricane season has been a reminder that every year and every storm is different, and it's important to remember you should always listen to local forecast details and emergency management officials if you're in the path of any type of tropical system or its remnants. And don't forget that even though November 30th always marks the final day of the official Atlantic hurricane season, tropical systems can still form outside of the season. For Weather Nation, I'm John Van Pelt.
Pues ese estaba un hurricane season recap cortesía de Weather Nation. Pero lago nos vamos para the land of Calypso and Soca. E agora aqui, estava virando o país de cannabis use ng pang pa Trinidad and Tobago. Semana passada, o Procurador-General e a la vez o Ministro de Assunto Legal, Seita Faris Al-Wari, ela introduzi duas leis na Parlamento aí na Trinidad. Una nang tapa decriminalizar o uso de cannabis, marijuana, anto uno tapa Lago nós chama assim aqui para controlar via de lei o uso ante o plantamento de essa aqui. Tá algum primeiro passo não, dois tap não tá, pero botem que começar caminho para estruturar o uso aqui de cannabis, mesmo que nós na Jamaica, se incluso diferente de isto não, através de aí não, que nós estamos falando de essa aqui com diferente isto não tá pack essa aqui an. Bang tende de Procurador-General de Trinidad and Tobago.
The burden to the taxpayer of hundreds of millions of dollars expended in remand incarceration is as atrocious as the effect to the lives of the accused and their families.
While new laws will maintain the prohibition of the use of marijuana in public spaces, educational places and places of work, it will now allow a person to lawfully grow no more than 4 cannabis male plants at home.
Under this amendment bill, a person may now lawfully grow no more than 4 cannabis male plants at his residence without a license.
People currently before the courts for possession of up to 60 grams can apply to be discharged and have their matters expunged. They will also be able to apply for a pardon. The Attorney General said, too, government will impose strict controls of marijuana use for medicinal and religious purposes.
Pues manera mo soportende di Señor Al-Wari, Faris Al-Wari, esa aqui tá para por regular o uso de cannabis, marijuana, seja para motivo religioso, e Rastafari, médico ou também recreativo. Pero nós tinha durante um rally lá nós vimos como essa eleição não também está vindo aí na Trinidad e Tobago. Então aqui deve um hot topic aí também durante um rally para o partido e atual primeiro-ministro de Trinidad e Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, e também a dona sua opinião pouco bot claro e raspa over o passo aqui que o governo de Trinidad e Tobago está tomando para reglar essa aqui por via de lei não tem o governo. Bawak.
Political leader Dr. Keith Rowley said government's decision to decriminalize marijuana is driven by social justice and economic sense. Dr. Rowley said for a long time elites in society have been smoking marijuana undisturbed. He said reforming legislation with respect to marijuana use will change the lives of all citizens.
You know how many families have been broken up and destroyed because somebody smoked a joint of marijuana? It's jail, it's bail, it's all kinds of unnecessary monies. Some can't get a job, some can't go to school.
Dr. Rowley said people with 60 grams of marijuana were rotting in jail, but the People's National Movement is trying to change that. He said if people choose to use marijuana, they need to do so responsibly. He said government can't insulate anyone from using the substance.
So we are going to do what we have to do about marijuana. We're going to manage it, and we're going to manage it in a way that will relieve us from the cost and the pain and all that goes with it, and do it in a way that will take us from here to there.
The Prime Minister said he knew that not everybody in the country would welcome government's decision and that there were people opposed to the decriminalization. But he said this is why we have a democratic system which says the majority opinion goes. He also recalled that at one time alcohol was illegal in the United States and half of the U.S. police were chasing down people drinking and selling alcohol.
But the bottom line is, alcohol was illegal. And what happened in the face of that illegality? A whole half of the American police was chasing down people making alcohol. But the moonshine industry flourished.
The PNM political leader said government would manage marijuana in a way that would relieve the society of the costs associated with it.
Pues evidente esse at turcos que nos timpabo durante di Caribbean Update. E maneira sempre bosa que nos se recu música pabo. Agora nos paxe nos donabo onde é clássico nang palo que te trata é grande nang nanta ting tremendo show aí na San Martin durante di fim de semana. Disfrutade nang e nos avisa até próximo ocasião de Caribbean Update. Pausa comercial, então ora nós vim back. The brand new day to continuar.
Almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Trinidad in her day of sailing, she was a friend to one and all. She never once ever hesitated to answer all SOS calls. And yes, well, she always did her best to help out those in distress. Now it's so sad to see she's in difficulties. Though she helped, yeah, some of them cheer and sarcastically declare, Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship or shall we sit on it and perish slow? We don't know. We don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa. If only there was something I could have done to restore the credibility of this beautiful vessel. Money's no problem. Now there's a lot of fingers pointing, suspicion running strong. Who's to be blamed for all her failures? Who's to be blamed for doing her wrong? voyage. Now it's up to you, it's up to me to make our worthy to go back to sea. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough, oh yes. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do.